The whispers in Fukuoka are turning into a roar. Shunpei Stewart, the towering right-hander for the SoftBank Hawks, is officially back in the fold, having touched down in Japan on the 25th, immediately diving into localized training. The excitement surrounding his return isn't just typical preseason hype. It's fueled by necessity and the tantalizing promise of what he could be.
Stewart has been meticulous about his preparation. He confirmed that he resumed bullpen throwing late last year, focusing on rebuilding arm strength and functional health.
He told reporters, "I've thrown bullpen sessions back home, and now the process is about gradually integrating live hitters, moving step by step toward real game scenarios."
Crucially, he emphasized that he will enter camp in full health, which is a significant relief for a Hawks team relying heavily on their rotation depth. His entire off-season was dedicated to intensive conditioning, particularly focusing on shoulder stability and lower body strength in the United States. Stewart's assessment of his physical status is nothing short of defiant. "I believe I've become much stronger, almost inhumanly so. I prepare diligently to return in absolute peak health." This declaration has certainly captivated the NPB faithful.
Across the digital diamond, specifically in the often caustic but always insightful discussions found on forums like 2Chat and Nanji, Stewart's comeback is the central talking point.
The consensus is clear. If Stewart truly returns to his peak form, he provides the perfect remedy for the gaping hole left in the rotation following the necessary adjustments made after Arihara's stint.
That vacancy demands immediate, high-leverage production. However, the speculation doesn't stop at his health. Given his talent pedigree, the inevitable contract year dynamic is raising eyebrows. Pundits are floating the idea that perhaps his earlier, inconsistent performance was less about injury recovery and more about managing his workload or prioritizing preparation for an eventual Major League Baseball move, a subtle form of load management designed to maximize his value during this critical final year of his current deal. Is it time for him to test the waters? Absolutely.
It's his final year under contract, which immediately positions him as an incredibly attractive acquisition target for clubs both within the NPB and possibly overseas, depending on his leverage.
But acquiring Stewart or relying on him comes with a caveat that has always followed his electric potential: command. Skadar. The prevailing image among fans is that his control can be erratic, leading to elevated pitch counts and unnecessary walks. Despite this persistent concern, the potential upside is immense and intoxicating.
A starting pitcher who can consistently pump 160 kilometers per hour is an exceedingly rare commodity in any league, let alone the NPB.
If he can harness that raw velocity, he instantly transforms from a lottery ticket into a frontline ace and a massive strategic asset for the Hawks.
Shedar. The forums acknowledge that even if Stewart harbors deep aspirations for the big leagues, his contribution this season is the sole focus.
"If he gives us even one strong year, that's more than enough," is the general sentiment. The Hawks are gunning for sustained dominance. Skira, if they manage to capture the pennant this year, fueled by a successful Stewart return, the expectation is that their dynasty, the Renpa, or consecutive championships, will simply continue indefinitely, cementing their status as the league's powerhouse through the next half-decade.
Their deep pockets and unparalleled farm system, often joked about as too good at developing young talent, provide an enviable safety net.
If Stewart were to indeed depart for MLB after 2024, the likes of Armenta are already being pegged as the next foreign import waiting to step into the void, a testament to SoftBank's proactive organizational planning.
Shedar. The digital crowd has set a clear, ambitious benchmark for the upcoming season. They want nothing less than a 15-win campaign from Stewart.
Shadar. That kind of production is rotation-leading territory, demanding consistent health and dominance every fifth day.
This immediate expectation naturally leads to the key tactical question: who will be his partner behind the plate? Given Stewart's historical tendency for wildness and balls sailing away from the plate, the crucial chemistry he develops with his catcher will be paramount. Many point immediately to Takuya Kai, known for his elite framing and exceptional defensive capability, as the ideal battery mate, the defensive anchor required to wrangle Stewart's blistering but sometimes wayward arsenal. For the SoftBank Hawks, 2024 is more than just another season. It is a critical juncture where dynasty meets high-stakes risk. The recovery of Shunpei Stewart is the ultimate wildcard.
If the reports are accurate and his physical improvements are genuine, the Hawks may have just acquired the formidable ace they need to keep the championship machine rolling, silencing the skeptics and making those 160 km/h readings a nightmare for opposing hitters across the Pacific League.